Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to In the Office with Joseph Skoda. Yeah, I'm doing a little Western look today because I'm in the town of Solvang, California. Actually, I'm just a little bit of west of that, but Solvang is a Danish community we have here in the United States. A lot of fun. But today I stopped at this winery, and it has a little bit to do with hope and reinventing ourselves. I met the owner. And he told me about how his father bought this property, this winery I am right now, a couple years ago, after spending most of his life training racehorses in Maryland. Training racehorses. And he has a slew of winners. Lots of them. He showed us the pictures. But at a certain time in his life, he said, he rooted himself up. He went across the country. It's like, yeah, let's start a winery. Now, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from the great state of Ohio. And a lot of my family never even wanted to come to California just because. What's here? And yeah, there is a lot of issues here. There's a lot of bad politics in this state. But it's a beautiful state. There's a lot going on here. This is January. It's green everywhere I'm looking. It's warm outside. We can see the snow in the mountains up north, or we go down south to the beaches. And the desert's not too far away either. We have so much opportunity, not just in California, but the nation as a whole, and pretty much the whole world, if we put our mind to it. If we develop that hope, and if we're not afraid to reinvent ourselves. Absolutely. In my career, and most of you know, I did 21 years in the United States Air Force. Super proud of it. Took me to the Philippines, took me to Maine, took me to Okinawa, took me to Saudi Arabia, took me to Arizona, took me to all kind of places where I'm now retired in California. And it was great. If I did not take the opportunity to jump out of my comfort zone and see the world, the unknown, and try something new, who knows where I'd be. Yeah, sure, I'd probably be better educated doing something else I don't even like to do. But it's never too late to reinvent ourselves. Even, you start a career, and even if you're a doctor, I know a doctor right now, he retired and opened up a swap meet. He opened up a flea market, and he's talking to the people coming in every week, the customers and the vendors. He reinvented himself. A lot of people do that because we can get stuck. We're stuck in our mundane life or world. Now, if you love what you do, that's fine. A lot of people just kind of reinvent themselves on the weekends. I know a real popular, successful lawyer in this town also. And yeah, he's doing law during the week for sure and making a really good living. But him and his wife opened up an olive farm. An olive farm. Not necessarily because they hope to make a lot of money, just want to try something else. Don't let your job or profession define you. Just because you're a doctor, a lawyer, a trash man, a server, whatever, a winemaker, that doesn't have to define your whole life. Sure, that's part of who we are. Sure, our degrees are part of our education and who we are, but it doesn't have to be all of who we are. It's never too late to have that hope, that faith in yourself, and try to figure out what you and I can do just a little differently, tweak our lives, take a few more chances. I want to tell you one thing, and it's okay if you fail. It's okay if you fall down. It's okay if you made a mistake. That's all right. Life does not have to end because of that. We've all made mistakes. We've all learned how to ride a bike and walk, and I'm sure if you, like me, fell down quite a bit. And we fell down quite a bit at our first jobs. We made a lot of mistakes and we learned how to drive. A lot of us had relationship issues that we couldn't quite fine tune. But today could be another day, a start of something new. Tomorrow could be new marching orders. Get out there and try something different. Now, hey, if you're a lawyer, a doctor, or a military guy, and you went off and tried a new profession or something you like, and maybe it didn't turn out the way you wanted, okay, go back to what you did before and re-engage in the future. That's okay. Every one of us has to make choices in life. Maybe we don't want to open a winery or train race horses, and that's okay. How many people you know who were actors and been in movies and we never see them again? About 20 minutes from here, Bo Derek lives. Now, most of you don't know who she is, but she was famous back in the 70s, did the movie 10. Now, you can look it up and find out about her, but she has a huge horse ranch out here. Sure, she makes appearances and did some cameos over the future, but she reinvented herself doing something totally different. Totally different. There's a lot of people, you're playing basketball or football or golf or soccer. There comes a time you have to retire because of your age or you're falling apart. You could do something else. You could do something else at the same time you're doing that profession. I'm so thankful for the opportunity I have in this country. And I made several mistakes. Just ask the people closest to me in my inner circle. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I reinvented myself and started my own business, got involved in Toastmasters, got involved in community service. And all those things and the people I've met help redefine me. And a lot of people don't know I retired at the ripe old age of 39. Now trust me, I had 2 or 3, 4 rough years after that trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. What I was going to do, and I already had a master's degree back then. So what? If you fall short, you find yourself jobless, homeless, yeah, those suck. Get kicked to the curb. Those are horrible things that happen to all of us. But it's never too late to have a little bit of hope, faith, go to church, pray, find a community of people who can uplift and support you. And trust me, they're out there. They're out there. I understand a lot of us have problems with trust. A lot of us don't know who to trust, who to believe, who to follow, because we've been lied to, cheated, all those things in our life. We all experience that. We all have. And it's hard to get back in the game, but you and I have to find a way. You and I have to put away that negativity in our minds and bring back the positive. Because I believe there's more positive people out there than there are negative. But you and I know that little bad egg in every dozen's could spoil the roost. Is that what they call it? One bad egg could ruin it for everyone. Don't let that ruin your life. Walk away from that bad egg. Now, if it's a family member, run. Run from that bad egg. And I know it's sometimes difficult and impossible. You and I can wake up every day with a different mindset. You and I can wake up every day with a little hope or faith to do something different. You and I can wake up every day and say, hey, I'm not going to let society bully me. I'm not going to let my neighbor make fun of me. I'm not going to let my family come down on me anymore because of my poor decisions. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. You may have 1 day left to live. You may have 100 days left to live. 100 days. You know what I mean. We don't know when the last day we're going to have here on earth. Make it count. Make it count. Make a difference in someone's life. Because when you're redefining yourself, when you're getting that hope back, when you're being positive again, people are watching. You could be the role model for someone else that you have never met. It happens each and every day. I'm just begging you, or not begging you, reminding you, it's never too late to rediscover who you really are. What are your passions today? They may be different than they were 10 years ago, or even yesterday. I know. It's happened to me over and over again. And that's okay. You may fail. So what? So what? Tell us your story on social media shows. Tell us your story somewhere else. Tell someone else your testimony, how you overcame the obstacles of your life. Once again, I encourage you to find that hope. Don't be afraid to redefine, rediscover yourself, and whatever it is, find yourself a cowboy hat. It makes a difference too. Have yourself a great day now. From Solvang, California, in the office with Joseph Skoda. Bye now.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. We present our show programmings, which demonstrate inspirations to any viewers around the globe, with over 500,000 reach to over 54 countries. Our programming are very relatively entertaining and empowering. And now here is the
In the Office is a show on social media shows, talks about everyday circumstances in life. Watch Joseph Skoda every Monday 11 a.m. on socialmediashows.com and let us bring the world to you.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
We present you to the people that made our show. In the Office, starting with Katie Porter, a Toastmaster. Warren Huffy, an influencer. Maria Pereza, founder of social media shows. Veronica West, a veteran. Ramona BAYLOR, a veteran. MISSY CLAYTON, a Toastmaster. Attorney Michael Clayton. Veronica Phelps, a veteran. Louis Camasa, an entrepreneur. J.C. Crisologo, a fashionista. The California GI Forum. Jesse Skoda, an active U.S. military. Melanie Keenan, a veteran. Marine Corps veteran Steve. Sandy Blair, founder of Tiny Houses. Michael Elliott, president of Edge Ringtone. Jerry Nash, a veteran. John Andrews, a speaker. Pam Gorman, a Toastmaster. Gabrielle of Tiny Houses. And the city of Lompoc, California. Thank you all from In the Office on socialmediashows.com.
Social Media Shows Network were initiated in 2017. Since then, our founder Maria Pereza never stopped developing a system on social media, in building a network of passionate people that loves to entertain, coach, help others, and deliver informative information to the public, informally, in a low-cost production. She built a platform that surpassed Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and other social media live streaming, but exceeded the function of a podcast. Her main goal is to be able to broadcast on social media like a traditional TV setup involving a group of broadcasters, YouTubers, podcasters, and social media live streamers. Maria is building the confidence of non-actors and non-famous people that joins her to network. We are here to promote and support one another, to help our community grow collectively without inhibitions but with confidence and high self-esteem. We love to be in this family together. Our door is open to help you build your brand, opening opportunities for others, and outreach to our community. We welcome you to the family of social media shows.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
Good morning. We are really glad that you are here. As the company owner of We Do Windows, this is our 18th year, and we occasionally have special occasions like this where we have a training from a true professional. Dr. Joseph Skoda has been speaking and training on numerous topics for several years. He shares his military experience both during and after his service, and we thank you for your service to our country. He is retired from the United States Air Force after 21 years and called Pismo Beach his home. His intent today is to ensure we all look out for each other and that we provide the best customer service that we can. And that's one of the core values of We Do Windows. He has earned his PhD in psychology, an MBA, and a BS in aviation. He is strongly involved in his community, and he has been very active with Toastmasters as a 33 program quality director, and we thank you for that. A commander with the American Legion, Post 56, a commander with the Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 82, Santa Maria, California Honor Guard. He is a professional speaker and trainer, and he is constantly and continuously adding content to his social media shows on the segment of In the Office with Joseph Skoda. Please join me in a very warm welcome for Dr. Skoda this morning as he shares his tips on how to deliver the best customer service, earning a better and more professional relationship. Thank you, Dr. Skoda.
Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate you. Good morning, everyone. You know, that's my MO. Regardless if it's afternoon, morning, or evening, I always start with good morning because that's part of how people know me. Now, a lot of us have little quirks about us or just different. We come out, but people will recognize it, the way we walk, the way we talk, our demeanor. And mine is good morning, regardless of what time of day or night it is. I know it seems small, but if you get to know me and see me speak at other events, you always hear that say, oh yeah, that's the good morning guy. And that's funny. That's part of customer service. That's part of getting people to know who you are. That's part of branding yourself. Now, hey, show of hands real quick. Anyone ever have good customer service?
Oh, yeah.
Right. All but one. That's not bad. That's not bad. So what about bad customer service? Anyone know what that is? Absolutely. I too, believe it or not, have had bad customer service. A few years ago, when I was looking for work when I left the military, I couldn't find work. I had a master of business, and I could not find a job. So I'm looking for work, going to different places, and I found myself, not in California, but in the great state of Ohio, where I'm from, at this Mexican restaurant, and I noticed the service was mediocre. They didn't want to refill my drink right away. Took a long time to get menus to us. I think the table was even dirty. You know, they were busy. And they're busy, we understand that. But at the end, I got to meet the manager, started talking to him. And I told him what I saw. He's like, yeah, it's hard to train these people. Well, what did I do? I said, hey, I happen to teach customer service. Hire me. I didn't know anything about customer service. I didn't know anything except my menu wasn't there on time and my drink wasn't refilled. So I had to do a lot of research myself to figure out how I can turn this restaurant around, which I found out was 3 restaurants. So I was training about 30 people, made a couple grand, pretty exciting, on basic skills of customer service. Now, is it a generation thing where the younger people today don't seem to understand the importance of a handshake? How you doing? Smile, get that smile. And just the basic customs and courtesies. Or has that been around forever? Whereas our parents keep saying, wake up, knucklehead. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is how you're supposed to be acting. Now, one thing I learned about customer service, no one cares about your knowledge. No one cares about your education. They don't care what you know. But they do want to be empathetic to their problems. They do want you to be attentive to their issues. They do want you to get the job right the way they expect it. How do we do that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you for coming here today. This is really exciting for me and get to share my customer experience with you. Some of the good, some of the bad, some of the tips we're going to be talking about so we all go out there. I want to thank Chris once again, and we do windows, because we do windows means the employees are happy, customers should be happy, and we do windows so the whole organization is happy, satisfied, getting the job done. Can we get an amen?
Yeah.
All right. And it's so important that we have a vision and mission statement for our companies so our employees know where we're going, or at least what's expected of them. And a lot of times we hire people and don't really give them the training to smile, to give that handshake, to say, hello, Mrs. Smith, how are you doing today? Why is that? Because in the customer service world, we know most of our business comes from referrals. Referrals, especially a business of services, comes from referrals. So we need that word of mouth. We need that positive energy. We need someone to say something good about us. Ain't that right, Mrs. Boyce? Absolutely. We need someone to say something good about us. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't know this already, if you have a negative comment, that's spread all over social media. At least 70, 80% of negativity is on social media. The positive comments rarely get out there. So you make one mistake, it's going to be out there forever. We got Yelp and Facebook and Twitter and so many ways to share things, good, bad, and the ugly. But it's always the ugly that's shared. Well, why is that? So we'll talk about because of lack of communication. Now, we have something in Toastmasters, as we talked about. I'm a Toastmaster. We have our core values: respect, integrity, service, as well as excellence in all we do. And why do I remember that? Because they're also the Air Force core values: integrity, service, and excellence. Respect should be in there, but it's not. Respect should be in everyone's core values, regardless, even if you like your customer. Now, we have internal customers, usually our employees or our suppliers, and we have our external customers, which we're hoping to make some money and doing a good job and getting a powerful message of our branding out to others. So we get lost sometimes. So we just talked about no one cares about your education and knowledge. They care about your listening ear. They care about your empathy. They care about you fixing or taking care of their problem. What if we make a mistake? Anyone ever make a mistake on the job? Or any of your customers think you made a mistake? Even if we know it was their fault, what do? Do we walk away in a huff and say, you don't know what you're talking about? Do we call them out on social media? We better not. Or not let your employer know. When we make a mistake, and it's hard for most of us men to admit that we ever made a mistake. But if we can own it, yes, I forgot to move your furniture. Yes, I showed up 10 minutes late. Yes, I didn't do something I promised I was going to do. Is it really that hard to fix and make amends? Now, sure, if you have a customer who lives a half hour away from your place of business, you might have to go back out there. Time consuming, frustrating. You may go home a little bit later than you expected. But guess what? You have a lifelong, potentially lifelong customer, a potentially lifelong friend, someone that can rely on you, someone you can count on to let you know when you mess up, because they're referring to you to their friends. They are referring you to their neighbors, to their family members. We do windows. You do something unique that most people don't do. I don't. I don't do windows. I've tried. Professionally, that's not going to work at all. But what I like about this organization here today is it's full of professionals. Professionals, from CEOs and doctors to people who really know what they're doing on the job, and so many other aspects out there. And that's one of the problems we have in customer service. Sometimes we often look down on other people or think they're not worth our time, or just the opposite. We think they're snobbish or we just don't care what they have to say. Got to get rid of that mentality. We all want the same things. And a lot of us are willing to pay to have someone wash their windows, change the oil in their car, do other things so we don't have to do it ourselves. But I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you do it well, people are willing to pay a little more. Or give you a little tip on the side. Give you that referral. Say something on Yelp like, yes, this is the greatest company since sliced bread. And isn't that what we want? We need that. Because if we're not getting enough attaboys or attagirls making us feel good inside, we start to question, what are we doing? We start to question, is this job worth it? Are the people I'm working with or for worth it? We need that feel good inside, that fuzziness inside. And how do we do that? We need people to come back and give us positive feedback. Now, I'm sure, I know this company has a common card or criteria or something, go an email and check and let them know how you're doing. That's so important, each and every one of us, to ask people, how are we doing? Even in a restaurant setting where someone's serving you food, they usually ask you if you want something else. Now, how many of us have had our main course, had our first drink, and they put the bill right there on the table and walk away without asking us if we want dessert, let alone another drink? If the food was good, you may want to take your time and get another meal. I've had a couple meals too many. But that server often doesn't know they're doing anything wrong. They don't know they're doing anything wrong. They served your food, they gave you a bill, and they walked away. And then they expect a big tip, right? Or a tip at all. Do we tip everyone just because? I'm not going to answer that. But I believe we should tip for good work. And I don't care if it's an attaboy, attagirl, a good comment. And if you get someone doing exceptionally well at their job, go to the manager, go to the supervisor and point them out. Point them out. Kenny did a great job today. I appreciate him. He's always smiling, always attentive, and makes your company look good. It's important we do that. It's important we do that. Of course, if someone's not stepping up to the plate, we should do that also. And we don't have to publicly demean anyone. It should always be in private if you're getting bad service, in public if you're getting good. But it's up to all of us here to let each other know how we can improve. Now, someone leaving that check on the table, walking away, more chances than not, they're just not trained. And a lot of us say, yeah, I've done this job before, I know how to do it, just hire me. So they work for another company doing it wrong, and then they come to you, and all of a sudden you're counseling them, and they don't know what they did wrong. Because our jobs as employers, our jobs as bosses, supervisors, is to ensure the people we put on our team are trained and know our vision, that they know what we want to accomplish in our business and what brand that we really have. Now, all of us, regardless if you're a chiropractor or any other profession out there, we all provide a service. Yeah, product, but a service. And we want people to come to us because there's competition everywhere. Everywhere. I tried to shampoo my rugs last month. Not a good idea. I don't do that anymore. And now when you hire someone to shampoo your rugs, they want you to move the furniture anyway. So why bother, right? You might as well do it yourself. But I know where my skill set is and what my skill set isn't. And I talked to some guys earlier. I was a mechanic once upon a time. I got a job after the Air Force. I'd take anything, right? I expected to be a department head. They said, no, you got to learn the ropes first, then we'll move you up. My body doesn't turn wrenches anymore. My body doesn't bend over anymore. My body just, I couldn't do the job I used to. So often we lie to ourselves. We all are smart people in here. We all can do the basics. A lot of things we've done, a lot of experience we have, but it doesn't mean we can or even willing to do it anymore. So why do people come to us? Why are we making a different experience? Why do we deserve that tip? Why do we deserve that great comment? I'm going to tell you one thing. We have to have a thick skin, though. Real important. We have to have a thick skin because there are people that they wake up in the morning complaining. They spend breakfast, lunch, and dinner complaining. They often go to bed complaining. And those people we can't help. We can still have that smile. We can still make them feel important, and they are important. But we shouldn't let that negativity break our spirits and break our day. And if you get a lot of negativity at your job, try to minimize it. There are other customers out there. That's why it's really important to continuously go out there, put a good name for yourself, get those referrals, and show people that they want to do business with you. They want to do business with you. So we just have to do the little extra. So someone's hiring us to do windows, do a little extra. I don't know, sweep the porch, take the dog for a walk, take the younger daughter, whatever it is. Whatever, just a little extra. they'll remember you. Of course, don't necessarily take the Rolls Royce for a ride without being asked. There are certain things that are off limits, and it's always great to ask permission first. Because when you go a little extra, the customer usually does a little extra for you. And rightfully so. And when you have that communication back and forth, when you have that great relationship, sky's the limit. The money doesn't matter anymore about how much you're making. It's that relationship. When we take the focus off of the sales and put it on those relationships, I'm telling you, that's where it is. That is where it is. That's where things change. That's what sets you aside from everyone else. How many donut shops are in this town? Okay, 16. I heard 16. And Chris knows all of them. Why do we go to the same donut shop every time? Why do we get coffee from the same coffee shop every time? I know if you're on the road, you have to be a little more flexible. And that's part of customer service too, being flexible, adapting to the situation. But why do we often frequent the same restaurants, the same coffee shops, the same donut shops? Good customer service. How many of us go to places where the food is horrible? Or the selection's not what we want? But it's that attention to detail, that attentiveness, that where someone cares. We'll go over and over again because we feel important. We may not even need what we're going to buy, but we're going to be regular customers. We need to learn how to work on those things, regular customers. And that's by showing people that they're important. Not just telling them, showing them. But I'm just joking about, dating the daughter and all those things. But that could be referral too for a friend, right? We're looking for those referrals in all kind of aspects. If you're changing oil and you're doing windows and you have a donut shop, we can all collaborate and make things. There's a date there somewhere. Of course, my first date I took out to a donut shop didn't last a second. We find out what the customer wants. They may not even want their windows clean. They may not care about that. They just want a relationship with someone they can trust. They want someone they can refer business to. They want someone who's empathetic and will listen to their problems and looking for solutions. They may call you to come up and have you do the windows and ask you for a good plumber in town. They just want that relationship. We all just want that relationship with someone we can trust. Someone we think we're making a difference for. So why do we sway from that? On another point, is the customer always right? All right, well-trained employees over here. Good. What if they're negative all the time? Is going to complain about everything? Doesn't really matter. Now, unless it's a safety issue, security issue, theft, criminal activity, we need to do our best to acknowledge them, do our best to make them happy. And we can always find our customers down the road and slowly wean ourselves away from them. But even that negative customer could be giving us referrals they may not even know about. So is the customer always right? That's your own, you have to think about deep down inside. When it's time to cut loose, when it's time just to appreciate the challenge. And life is full of challenges. If we don't like what we're doing, we either ask for more training or move to a different position, or we move on. Well, we can't burn bridges at our company or even with our customers. Always try to leave on a good note. So the basics are real good. Stick to some core values. Stick to respect. Integrity. Saying you're going to do something and do it. Service, good service. And excellence in all we do. Stick to those core values. We do windows. Employees stay happy. customers stay happy, the organization stays happy, money flows, you get those good referrals and branding. But don't be afraid to have that thick skin. Do a little bit extra that they don't expect. Be all that you can be in their eyes. Because quite frankly, everyone wins. And when everyone wins, we have a better aura about ourselves. Everyone's going to like us, which doesn't really matter. But the point is, we're going to give the best customer service that we can. And that's what life is all about. Giving the best service we can and people remembering us for it and getting those referrals. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming here today. And don't be afraid to leave a comment card for someone and tell them how great they're doing. Once again, stick to the core values, find out the mission you need from your company, get that awesome training. And you too can do Windows with great customer service. Mr. Collins.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate the information that you shared with us today.
Thank you very much.